Hello everyone, I am Babita Tamaya, lecturer, Department of English, Vidyashram Pre-University College, Mysuru. We shall have a quick recap on the previous session. The tiny little kingdom Monaco lies near the borders of France and Italy on the shore of the Mediterranean Sea. So in this kingdom there were only 7,000 inhabitants, and the king used to collect taxes on tobacco, wine, spirit and poll tax. Poll tax already I have told a sum fixed for each and every individual. And why the king used to collect taxes? Because he has to feed his officials, courtiers as well as himself. But it was not sufficient for him. So he started with the special source of revenue known as gaming house, where the people played roulette. The German sovereigns used to keep such gaming houses, but they have forbidden. The reason is that a man would come, try his luck, lose everything, then in desperate he would drown or shoot himself. But there was no one to stop the king of Monaco, and he remained as the only monopoly to continue this business. The king knew that it was a dirty business, but what to do? He has to leave and hold his court with all the ceremony of a king. And thereafter the story continues such. A murder was committed in the king's domain. The people of the kingdom were peaceable, and such thing never happened in the kingdom. The judges assembled and tried the case in the most judicial manner. They argued and judged and condemned the criminal's head should be cut off as the law directs. The prince read the sentence and confirmed if the fellow must be executed, execute him. But there was a problem in the kingdom. What was the problem? The problem was that they neither had a guillotine to cut the man's head off nor an executioner. The prince asked the council to consider the matter. They thought of taking help from the French government, and it was brought to the notice of the king, and the king agreed. Then they wrote a letter to the French government, and they got a reply saying that they were ready to supply the machine and an expert, and it would cost 16,000 francs. Francs is a currency in France. But the king feels that it was too very expensive. The wretch is not worth the money. Again, he calls the ministers to consider the matter. Then they thought of taking the help from the Italian government. They wrote a letter and they got a prompt reply saying that they were ready to supply the machinery and an expert, and it would cost 12,000 francs, including the traveling expenses. The king says that it was cheaper when it is compared to the French government, but the king was not ready to spend so much of amount on the criminal. Then again he calls the ministers to consider the matter. Then they decided to take the help from the soldiers. One of the general was called to find whether any of the soldiers would cut the man's head off, because in the war they don't mind killing people. But when the general spoke, none of the soldiers were ready to do it. It is not the thing they have been taught. What was to be done? Again, the ministers considered and reconsidered. They were assembled with committee and the subcommittee, and at last they decided to alter the death sentence to one of the imprisonment of life. Again, they had a problem in the kingdom. What was the problem again? They did not have a permanent prison to keep the criminal over there. At last, they somehow managed to keep him in a temporary prison, and they placed a guard. So the guard has to take care of the criminal as well as he has to fetch the food from the palace kitchen. The criminal remained in the prison month after month till the end of the year. One day the king was looking over into the income and the expenditure of the kingdom, and suddenly he finds a new item of expenditure where he was spending 600 francs for the special guard who has to fetch the food for the criminal. Later, the king felt that it is too expensive. I have to get rid out of it. Again, another minister was called to consider the matter. They discussed and considered how to get rid of this criminal. So one of the generals says that, in my opinion, we must dismiss the guard. The other rejoined, so that the criminal might run away from the prison. After their deliberation, they brought this to the notice of the king, and the king agreed. Later, the guard was dismissed, and they were waiting to see what would happen next. During the time of the dinner, when the criminal did not find the guard over there, he himself goes to the palace kitchen, fetches food, comes back, shut the door, and he will be inside the prison. He never showed any sign of going away from the prison. Now the ministers are worried what to do with this criminal, how to solve the problem. One of the ministers says, we shall straight away tell him to go away from the prison. The minister goes and calls him and says that, when you don't fight the guard, why can't you go away from the prison? If you run away also, the king would not bother. The criminal replied, but where shall I go? You people have ruined my character. Each and everyone in the village knows that I have committed a murder. They will turn their backs. No one will give me work. So how can I live? And then he says, first, you have sentenced me to death. You have ought to be done. You never did that. Then you changed it to a imprisonment of life. A guard was kept to fetch my food. Later on, you dismissed the guard also. I never complained. But now, when you're asking me to go away from the prison, I'm not ready to go. If you do what you like, but I will not go away from the prison. Now the prince is worried what to do with the criminal, how this problem could be solved. Once again, the ministers considered and reconsidered the matter, what to do with this criminal. At last, they decided to fix some amount as a pension. This was announced to the prisoner, and he was ready to go away from the prison with one condition. What was the condition? They have to undertake to pay it regularly. On that condition, he agreed to go away from the prison. At last, the matter was settled. Before leaving the king's domain, 1/3 of annuity was given in advance. He emigrated and settled down across the frontier and bought a bit of land, started marketing and gardening, and lived his life comfortably. He used to come at the proper time to take his money. After that, he used to go to the gaming houses. Sometimes he wins, sometimes he loses. To conclude, it is a good thing that he has not committed his crime in the country where they do not grudge expenses to cut the man's head off or to keep the criminal in the prison for life. That's all about the chapter 2, dear. I hope you have understood. I'll be back with another session with the language component. Thank you.